Hi guys, welcome to my Christmas special. If you're new here and you like a pond build or anything else koi related, please consider subscribing. That way you won't miss out on any future content. Okay, so this video is going to be a little bit different. Looking out the window there now, it's cold and it's snowy. So I've decided to give myself a bit of a weekend off. But in this video, I'm going to be looking back at the last 5 months. From when I first started building the pond, and also a little bit later on, if you stick around, I'm going to be having another giveaway because it's Christmas. Spread the love. Here's my tree. Yeah, I'm going to be having a Christmas giveaway, so yeah, make sure you stick around for that. So yeah, I started this pond build around about August time. Started putting out the videos in September, but yeah, August is when I originally started it. So as you probably remember, the temperatures were hitting around 37, 38 degrees. So yeah, it was hot when I started this project. A little bit different to how it is now, but yeah. So what I'm going to do, just going to run some videos, just a brief section of each part of the build. So yeah, let's rewind the clocks. Let's have a quick look over the past 5 months, and I'll see you back here shortly for the giveaway. Right, so this is my original pond, roughly 3,000 litres, DIY box filter and DIY moving bed, and also has an Evolution Aqua Easy Pod on it with an 18 watt UV. It's done me well up until now, but as we all know, we all eventually go bigger. So the first job was to dig the trench out for the footings. Not the easiest job, as where I live it's very heavy clay soil, so it was back-breaking work, and we were having temperatures of 37, 38 degrees, so yeah, that was hard work. Next job was to get the shuttering in, simple 6B1 boards. With stakes set at every 500 mil. Obviously concrete's got a lot of weight to it, so yeah, those stakes will just hold that shuttering in place. Then put in some 8 mil rebar just to give it a bit of extra strength, just 3 across in some places, 2 in others, but yeah, simple 8 mil rebar all the way around. Okay, so moving on to the concreting. This was truly back-breaking work. I had to mix all of this by hand because I didn't have access for a mixer to my property, so yeah, I had to mix all of this concrete by hand. I think I used close to 30 mixes full of concrete, and then to get it round the back, I had to bucket it round there. As you can see, this was at the peak of summer, so my fish were well active. I think that's a sight that we're all looking forward to seeing again. But yeah, concreting done. I was glad that was done. It was nice and level, ready for the block work. It didn't go all to plan though. As some of you may know, I've got a Labrador that for some reason seems to be a magnet to wet concrete, as you'll see in this next clip. I only have to turn my back for 2 seconds and he's in the concrete. That's the second time he'd done that. So yeah, obviously keep an eye on your pets if you're laying concrete, because I wasn't very happy about that, but it was an easy fix, no major problem in the end. Right, and now it was time to move on to the block work. This was a difficult job. I've never laid a block in my life before, as you can probably tell by my mortaring. But yeah, I probably spent about 4 weekends, maybe 5 weekends getting the blocks in. Not the easiest job. Not used to the physical work, so my back after doing this was in absolute bits. I planned on only doing 3 high for the filter house, because obviously the rest of it was going to be timbered. But for the pond side, originally I did want to do 7 high, but in the end I only ended up going 6. I did some more workings out, and I think I'm around about 15,000 litres because I've still got to dig some soil out from inside the pond once it's empty. So yeah, it's starting to take shape now. It's down to my last few blocks. Weather was still red hot, but I was cracking on with it. There's my window at the front. I've gone with 1.5 metre window, down from I think 1.8, which I originally planned, but I decided 1.5 was more than enough, and it will give me a good viewing from on the patio area. I've been asked more than once about why am I building the pond around the pond. Now the main reason for this, like I said, I'm doing this all on weekends, and I didn't want to have my fish in a temporary pool over winter. I had a feeling that this winter's going to be a pretty cold one, so yeah, that's why I planned on building it around the existing pond, and then moving into spring next year, once all this snow and frost has gone, I can get the fish into the temporary pool and concentrate on the inside of the pond itself. But yeah, it hasn't caused me any problems doing it this way. I know it's different, not the usual way you see people building ponds, but this is the way I decided to go about it. Right, so that's the block work complete. Quite happy with how it's turned out. That's a view from the patio. Not the biggest window, but yeah, I'm happy with that. One comment I did have to laugh at that I got from somebody, I can't remember who it was now, I think it might have been on Facebook. Somebody asked me if I'd applied the mortar with a catapult. I think it was said in jest, but yeah, not the tidiest of jobs, but it's strong, and as long as the mortar holds, all that's going to be covered up anyway. So yeah, I was happy with the results of the block work. And right, so now the block work was complete, I could move on to the timber work for the filter house. Simple stud work all the way around. It was nice to have some less back breaking work to do. Weather was still holding out for me. My main goal was really to get the filter house all enclosed in before the winter kicks in. Then obviously I can do some smaller jobs inside the filter house over winter, such as the electrics. So it's coming together now, all of the sides are in. I've got my skimmer in place, and a recess above that for access. One thing that I would probably change would be the doorway. I'd probably make it a little bit bigger next time, but yeah, it's not too bad. I'll just put a mind your head sign on that. Now we've got the beams in for the roof. This isn't a perfectly square filter house, so it did take a bit of working out. But yeah, it's a steady structure and it's holding well. So then it was onto OSB, simple 9mm OSB, just to enclose the filter house. Again, bit of a difficult job doing it on your own, trying to lift these massive boards up, but I got there in the end. Did quite a tidy job, so I was happy with that. Then I wrapped it all in a breathable membrane, simply to stop moisture getting in and to allow moisture out. Wasn't sure if it was 100% necessary, but I went with it anyway. I've decided to go with feather edge boarding for the outside. I believe it looks pretty nice. Other projects that I've seen in the past being feather edged, and yeah, I'm quite happy with the results here. Couple of adaptations that I've had to make on the corners, but I'm doing that as I go along. Moving on to the roof, I had 18mm OSB. Again, because of the funny shape of the roof, it was quite difficult, this job was, but I got there in the end. I did feather edge a bit too far up there. I do need to remove them and get some guttering in there. I've gone with a polycarb panel on the roof. basically that's going to be over my grow on tank or my fry tank inside the filter house. Also let some natural light in, but that size that I got with the OSB, it's a perfect fit. So then it was on to putting my EPDM rubber roof on. Again, first time I've done something like this. Wasn't a difficult job, to be honest. Simple adhesive underneath and roll it out and flatten it out, and that's how it looks with my polycarb panel fitted, my skylight. So I'm quite happy with how that's turned out. And that's pretty much my last 5 months in a nutshell. So I've been stopped due to the weather, but yeah, I'm happy with my progress so far. Right, so that's where we are up until now. As you can see, it's a very cold, snowy day. Fish are looking not too bad. Actually, I can see a mark on that chagoy. Which I'm going to have to keep an eye on that. But yeah, I think the water's about 2 degrees at the moment. But yeah, I can't really be doing a lot in this weather. I think my next job is to look at the electrics inside the filter house, so, and obviously get that roof finished off and the feather edge boarding if it warms up a little bit. So yeah, I'll leave it at that. Right, so that's where we are so far. As I've said before, I only get a few hours really on a Saturday and Sunday to do the pond. So I'm on schedule with my progress, and hopefully I can get it finished pretty soon. So moving on to the giveaway, the Christmas giveaway. Got 3 prizes up for grabs. Okay, one of the prizes is, I'll come back to that one, some Evolution Aqua pond balls. Okay, so that's one prize. Another prize is NT Labs Growth Koi Food, 4mm pellets. That's another prize. And last and not least, the Koi Central mug. Right, so I'm going to be doing this a little bit different, being Christmas and that. I've got 3 wrapped presents. I'll call that green, and we'll call that one red because it's red, and we'll call that one blue. On the back of these, I've written balls, food, and mug. Okay, so to take part in the giveaway, all that you've got to do is choose one of these. Okay, so if you want to go for the red prize, in the comment section write red. If you want to go for the green prize, in the comment section write green. And if you want to win the blue prize, write blue in the comment section. Obviously you don't know which one's which, but it's part of the fun of it. So yeah, only one colour, you can only pick at one, not all 3. Okay, so that's what you need to do. You also need to like this video to enter the competition. So like the video and then write the colour of the prize in the comment section. Right, so this video is probably going out a couple of days before Christmas, so I'm going to leave this competition open until the end of January. Give people enough time to enter. So on that note, good luck with the competition. If you're celebrating Christmas, then happy Christmas. If you're not, then happy holidays. Just enjoy some time off work, hopefully you all get. So yeah, without further ado, I'm going to leave it there, and I hope to see you very soon. Thanks for watching.